All right, it's feels like it's time, right? For your reading, Sagittarius. Let's feel that energy, and let's do something here. Let's read today's date in the Angel Numbers book I have here. Today's date is 3/12. And underneath the number 312, angel number 312 says, you are being invited to recognize the growth that is taking place in your relationships at this time. Know that no connection happens by accident. So that's pretty awesome. And this is pretty enlightening there. But we also, let's look up these, what Jesus would say. This is kind of what I've been rolling into the readings here. But also on 312, it's on page 312, it's October 24th right here in this daily reader, so you can see. But 312 says on here, on October 24th, I watched a poor widow place her last 2 coins into the temple treasury, and her humble offering is still honored today as a precious gift, yet the glamorous gifts of the indifferent rich of the day are long forgotten. You're hired as a chief financial officer of my money as it comes to you. You approve the bills and sign the checks. How much or how little filters into your hands is not important. What matters is the dedication to multiply generosity and faith. Be an emissary for my kingdom and assign authority to your gifts and tithes. Appropriate my money with dignity from your high position in my holy banking system. It's not frugality I honor. It's wisdom and faith. That happens to be my son's birthday too. He's a Scorpio, so you might be dealing with a Scorpio, but October 24th is the day. Awesome. That's powerful. You know, I think that's, it's kind of like this scarcity mentality as well as what I'm seeing with that. It's not believing in the abundance that you already possess within you. And, you know, moving forward with a lack mentality really isn't moving forward at all, right? It's kind of stagnation. So until you can accept the abundance that you have within you, you don't need outside validation or outside resources, so to speak, to feel validated or feel like you have abundance. Abundance is already within. It's with the God within. So I have been on a roll writing some poetry. I went through a little bit of a writer's block. It was kind of crazy, you know, but it was time to reflect. And I used to get really frustrated with these times that I would take in lapses of not posting videos, and it's I used to really beat myself up about it, but I come to realize that those were times that I should be reflecting and growing and seeing the growth taking place within. And as soon as I was able to do that, writer's block kind of was released, and it was what I was actually writing about, you know. And so this poem is called Unveiling Divinity. Let me get hopped up on some Mountain Dew. But unveiling divinity. I will stop at nothing, for my fire burns deep. I am losing sleep over the secrets you think I keep. To the point it begs me to question my integrity. This intensity, if handled recklessly, gets the best of me. If this life is not testing me, then how can it bless me? For if I find peace to rest, then I'll rest in peace. My mind doesn't rest as I am pressed to address my mess. It's only a test. I'm on a quest. I'm blessed and no less. My mind wages war on my heart, and so I depart. Oh, the agony of my soul as my life is ripped apart. Carry on, my son. Know ye not the war is won? That the conflict is undone, and the heart and mind are one? That the civil war within is indeed a win-win? You found yourself again in sync to freedom from sin? You reign victorious, yet curious and glorious? Higher self, inspire us and light the fire under us. Show us the adversity and how to reach harmony, how to manifest universally and connect to that part of me, to rise from the fall yet still have intentions to cure humanity. The phoenix fire burns deep within me, unveiling my divinity. All right, we're at 521. If that date means anything to you, but yeah. So it's in our most troublesome times that we are able to dig a little deeper and to have that validation found within ourselves. We don't need any outside validation. It's this journey is for ourselves anyways. Who are we trying to impress but ourselves? But yeah, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. You just need to stand up for your truth and find the magic within. So very powerful. I also I'm big on dreams and keeping a dream journal. Obviously my poetry is kind of my form of expressing that to you, but yours could be just writing in a journal and free flowing this writing. But a few words popped out to me, and one of them was God. And so if you're dreaming about God, you're connecting to him on the 5D, which is in your dreams, and you want to bring that energy and translate it into the 3D and kind of see what that means. If you're dreaming about God, this is what it could mean. If God speaks to you, beware that you do not fall into condemnation. Business of all sorts will take an unfavorable turn. If you dream of worshiping God, you will have cause to repent of an error of your own making. To dream that God sends his spirit upon you, great changes in your beliefs will take place. So very powerful there. And then we have the Golden Gate Bridge. Stayed in the G's. But Golden Gate Bridge. To dream of San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge is to desire to find an easy path over and above all your problems with little effort, but in also finding a better worldview. So yeah, expanding those horizons and seeing things differently. Your perspective is everything in this life. So it's why not have a well-rounded perspective, all 360 degrees around a certain event or topic to have the best standpoint. And it's, I think the best standpoint is to be everywhere all at once, right? And that's what God is. He is that exactly. He's everywhere all at once, and he's in everything. And as soon as you can realize that and really take that upon you, you can see the beauty in all things. And that's really an enlightening awakening or an epiphany here. But the next one we have here is Grand Canyon. If you're dreaming about the Grand Canyon, God, or the Golden Gate Bridge, it says to dream of the Grand Canyon is to desire great achievement of a massive kind over time and with great respect for your environment, both physical and personal. This is all coming out of the Dictionary of Dreams. I really love that book, and I love incorporating it with the readings. And so without further ado, let's get into your reading, Sagittarius. I have meditated on your reading. I've obviously prepared for it, and we have some incense burning right now and a candle here to detox and refresh. So if that has anything significant to you in your journey here, then I'm glad I could help. All right, let's see. For Sagittarius, what are the 5 majors? This is a deck that I created here. And it's just the major arcana, and this is how I'm opening up the reading. So let's see what we have. We have death in reverse. So something that you're avoiding here, something that you know is coming to an end or coming to a close, but it's you're avoiding it. And have you walking through this death, which is just an end of a cycle and a beginning of a new one. You can see the sun coming up over there on the horizon, you know, and this is what he'd be walking towards after slaying the dragon or whatever you want to call it here. But this is avoiding that. This is having fear. This is letting fear control you at this time. So whatever it is that's troubling you at this time, Spirit, what is that? coming out of your hermit mode here. In the upright, you can see there's a monster. That's the dragon you got to slay here, you know. And so with it in reverse, it's coming out. It's like you could be coming out, maybe gay or something, or lesbian. But this is more about going for the life that you deserve, that you want. Completion of a cycle right here. 9, right? Death, also completion of a cycle here. 13 is also stability. You want stability, and I say 13 is 4, right? 4 is stability. 13, 1 and 3 added together in numerology is 4. So you have death in reverse, and you have hermit in reverse. So 2 reverse cards, but this is major arcana. This is long-term viewpoint. This is long-term. This is what's going on. This is what has been going on, kind of in the past position here. So let's see what we have moving forward here. More in the current moment, Spirit. What's currently going on right now for Sagittarius? Currently going on. Exactly. The Fool. Taking the leap of faith. The lightning striking. It looks like the sun is out and the rainbows are there, and it's like premature, and you have this feeling inside that you need to jump. You need to start over. You can see 0 degrees, 0 degrees everywhere all at once, right? And taking on the plunge, having this death card come up in the upright, right? So this has been something you've been fighting, and whether you know it or not, this is subconscious. This is subconsciously taking place, but you're consciously being aware of it. You have to be consciously aware of it in order to take that leap of faith. That's what's happening in the current moment. We just had the Wheel of Fates. You were meant to do this. You were meant to take this leap of faith. This is in the near future position here. This is in the energies of Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio. The Wheel of Fates is like the Wheel of Fortune, destiny. You were meant to go through the trials and the tribulations that you went through so that you could be educated, I would say, or reminded, so you would remember who you are, and so that you would take this this leap of faith into the future and do it with a lot of dignity and with a lot of energy. And you can see here on this card, it's a 4-leaf clover. So it's in perfect timing, right, of St. Patrick's Day. I also colored my beard and hair. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's okay. It's all right. It's experimenting. It's finding who you are. The Wheel of Fates, you were meant to explore. You're meant to explore. And so this is, you're going to have luck in doing so. You may not think that you are going to be blessed on this leap of faith, and that you're already being blessed at this time, Sagittarius. You have the fire. You have this teaching ability about yourself to be an innovator, to be a motivator, to be someone who's looked up to and looked to for counsel, and for wise counsel at that. So let's see, in this last position, we had a bunch of cards hit the ground. We had the Devil and the Star here. So that was on the ground, and there's one on the table, and that's the one I'm keeping. I threw the other ones back on the ground because, I mean, that's great. You're healing the devil within, right? You're healing your ego. Your ego's being healed at this time, but this is the one we want to see here. Bam! And that's what it is. This is your future. This is that bright sun off into the horizon. From beginning to end, this is what you were meant to do. So with the Death in reverse in the past position, you've transitioned into the Hermit coming out and slaying that dragon, you know, and you've taken that leap, and you come out victorious. You were meant to be victorious. And it looks like here, this castle in the sand here. I mean, this is somebody riding the wave. This is like this I want to say Garden of Eden kind of feeling, but it's like vacation all the time. It's you know, it's enjoying the views. It's seeing the world in a different world view, right? It's getting across that bridge right here. It's you know, it's closing the gap that separates you between you. And so it's when you arrive at that destination. That destination, destiny, it's a luck. You have luck all about you. You have magnetism. You have charm. You have the pot of gold. You and the rainbow here as well. You know, it's seeing the world in a different view, you know, and understanding the world on a different level than what you've come to understand it. No matter what your age is, it doesn't matter. It's being able to create. I just seen the word creation, to be able to create yourself. And life is just a play, you know. It's but this life right now and this understanding, it's there's no casting director. You are therefore the casting director. You choose the role that you want to play. You choose the role and the lines and how you're going to portray yourself in this play. And so it's almost, I don't want to say a game, because I hate saying anything's a game, because this is very serious. And this is, I think this would be like more like a Broadway play. The spotlight is being shined down on you, shine down. Maybe you had a close encounter with suicide, or you've had those tendencies or thoughts. And trust me, I'm there with you, but don't give up. Don't give up. And don't give up on your dreams either. This is something that's supposed to take place. You're supposed to be scared. You're supposed to go through these trials of fear and fearing the ending of cycles. But that's only to drive you forward, to make you plunge through the clouds into your heaven, you know. And it's a very heavenly space to be able to take that leap of faith and have a knowing within, because of your faith, that you're going to succeed, that you're going to be happy, that you know that. We were rudely interrupted by an ad that just showed up on the phone and just cut off the recording. But I was continuing the reading and pulled 5 cards from a deck that I also made here. I didn't just go through and hand select them. Don't think like that. I'm just leaving it the way it is, because this is very strong, and it actually just that inner validation that we were talking about. It really validates the cards that we've already pulled already for you, Sagittarius. But it says right here, a response is filtered while a reaction is not. The number on the card is 28. 28 added together in numerology is a 10. So it's completion of cycles. And so you are now geared towards thinking about what you're going to say before you say it. And that's what drives me back to this card here. It's right underneath this card. And so this is, it was in reverse, right? So you were you know, not letting things be murderous. You could see there, you know, in the way you ended things with people. You were patient, you were kind, and you were letting things go with grace, you know. And so you were graciously letting things go, so you didn't damage your karma, is what I'm getting from that as well. So you didn't want to damage your good karma. You're a good person and you're kind-hearted, and so you didn't want to just go and be murderous with the individuals that you were separating yourself from. So you did it with dignity, is what I'm getting there for you, Sagittarius. You wanted to make sure that you opened all avenues for an out, and if they didn't take it, then they didn't take it. And so it was just giving people grace, letting yourself operate from a place of grace. And so then the next card that was here, and we have number 52 on the card. It says, I recognize negative flow and I transmute it and allow it to support me in any direction I may go. Energy Master. So this is a beautiful card, because it's got the 52, which is a mirror number. So 2 and 5, and if you look at the 2 and look at it in the mirror, it's a 5. So it's a mirrored number. So it's like this mirroring is taking place within yourself. I think this is a very personal reading for you, that self-love and that self-discovery here. And so once you do that, you take that leap of faith. And it says right here, I recognize negative flow and I transmute it and allow it to support me in any direction I may go. So transmuting energy is turning that wheel. You're the one turning that great big wheel for you in your better good by recognizing the negative energy and then learning how to transmute it. You're an energy master. You can see, even though some people might view that as a beautiful rainbow and these clouds overhead, but you can see the danger of the situation that others can't. And so you are an energy master. You can see things that others cannot. So this is a beautiful portrayal of what's been taking place with you, and why you've been taking a little bit of your time to get to this point of realization of an awakening here. So it's also taught you a lot about your throat chakra as well as your heart, and connecting the two. And this could also be in your third eye as well. So it's connecting all that together. Connecting the dots is giving yourself this not even, I wouldn't say a rude awakening. It would be rude for those that you had to leave behind, just because they gave up on you. They gave up on somebody that was a real light in their life. And so it's you know, it's in this castle in the sand here too as well. You know, you're going to be blessed beyond measure here. And so this next card that we have here says, I can no longer exert an ounce of energy to anyone who is refusing to help themselves. This is also a number 8 on the card. And this is in reference to those that you tried to help. And that's what I just got done saying. Those that you're leaving behind, you know, because you left them every out to you did it with so much grace. You weren't ugly about it. You did it with grace. You walked away and you didn't. Slaying the dragon to you meant a completely different thing. You didn't want no blood. You didn't want bad blood. You thought about the things that you said, and you said them with dignity and with grace, and you walked away without killing a soul. That is something to be reckoned with. That's a power right there. You're a powerhouse, Sagittarius. You're a teacher. You can teach with this example that you've exemplified in your life right now. And so this is a very opportune time to let that wheel of fortune propel you forward. And so this is what we have here is, you kept me waiting for way too long. Of course, I cut my losses and moved on. So this is, this could be an internal thing as well. Think of it that way. Your spirit kind of getting impatient with you. I know it's kind of crazy when we talk third person about ourselves, and but that's very important. I think that's a very profound way of self-discovery, is to talk third person about yourself, and to find the loopholes in what you think about yourself and correct them. You know, a lot of us have speed bumps. A lot of us, that's our subconscious playing its role in blocking us and moving forward. And so, yeah, speak third person about yourself, and so that way you can eliminate all these blocks that are in your way. But the card is also a number 7, so that's a 34. 34 might mean something to you. 3-4, you know, March 4th, you know, something like that. But you kept me waiting for way too long. Of course, I cut my losses and moved on. This is probably the same thing that we're talking about with that grace, leaving with grace. You know, you gave them every opportunity to do what they needed to do, and they didn't do it. And so it's being able to do things not in an ugly manner, but in a way that empowers them to do better and to learn a lesson, but not in a spiteful way. It's more in a way that's going to bring the sunshine in their lives. You don't want darkness in anyone's life. You want sunshine for everyone. You want everyone to be happy. And that's a very Christ-like attribute that you have there. And so this is a beautiful reading. And it says, I thought I knew what love was until I found myself learning more on that topic from you each day. That's beautiful. You might have had a mentor. You might have had somebody that you looked up to, somebody that was teaching you about love and to look at love in different ways. And the number on the card is 11. So in reference to creation and your ability to see things in all aspects of the event. So it's like I had spoken on, putting God's eyes on, and then walking around the whole topic, and then coming out with a solution that what would God say about the topic, you know? So it's very, very profound right there. But it's also in duality. It's in numerology, it becomes duality. 1 and 1 equals 2, right? And so it's the combination of your ego with your spirit. It's that balance. It's you know, yin and yang right here. It's that balance of your dark energy and your light energy. It's understanding of the two. And that's what your reading kind of portrays here from beginning to end, is the dark and the light. So you opened up with the dark and you end with the light. You have the Wheel of Fortune in there. You have coming out of Hermit mode and the Fool. Beautiful. I mean, that's just an outstanding reading right there. But let's pull some more cards for you. And on the bottom of the deck, just right there, the crow. You're definitely being spiritually guided right now. You're definitely protected. The crows signify protection. If you see black feathers, even white feathers, you're also being guided. But black feathers are more around protection. You're being protected, spiritually protected. There's things that you have not seen that have taken place, or you might be aware of it, but there's things that have been taking place that you are unaware of, and you've been protected not to see it. So just know that there's more that was taking place, but you were protected from even being affected by it. So that's beautiful in and of itself. You know, you're very loved and protected on the spiritual realm. You rank high on in the astral plane, and you are very, very much so respected there. And so it's like bringing this into the reality, you know, manifesting from a place of creation, from a place of zero space, you know, being everywhere and being everywhere and at all places at once. So the beauty way, you're blossoming, and this dragonfly, your transformation is taking place. The number 4. I'm very partial to the number 4, and I love the number 4. It's stability, you know. But this yellow, this yellow is in here, and as well as the pink. This would be the heart chakra, connecting it to your solar plexus chakra. That connection is creating a purpose, a sense of a drive for your purpose, and a transformation, and looking forward, you know, above it all, a bird's eye view on the beauty that's below you, you know, or behind you. You know, there's still a beauty to be reckoned with that you left. The wreckage is not really a wreckage. It's actually art. You know, it's beautiful. It really is. And so the moon, and that's what you don't know. That's what you don't know, is that there's beauty behind you. This wheel, look at this moon cycle making the wheel. And there's a lady in a red dress here. And you can see the clouds in the background. You can see like this system. There's a system here to the moon. It's a cycle. You're seeing cycles as they have come. So you're looking back at all the cycles throughout your life, and you're seeing how you can manipulate the cycles to be more for you. It's transmuting energy. You're transmuting energy. You're transmuting even the unknown. Yeah, and that's what's unknown to you. You're having an effect on so many people, and you don't even know it, just because of the energy that you're putting out into the universe. The energy of your ability to be a problem solver without slaying people, you know, not without, you know, you're thinking about what you say before you say it. You're being very methodical. You're operating from a place of tact. But it says right here, flow. And this flow here, she's got this in her hands, this water. So it's like this water energy. I'm getting a lot of energy for I'm sorry, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. This energy of 20. Also 20 breaks down into duality, but 20 is also it's the world. No, it's not. It's I think it's judgment, right? Yeah, I think it's judgment. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure, because I don't want to steer you wrong in any sense or way. Let's see here. Where is it? Yeah, it's judgment. So yeah, it's like this card here. It's like it's being able. It's this like fairy tale lifestyle now. You know, you're stepping into. You're controlling your emotions. You know, you have the ability to control the emotions and how you flow them through you. You're bringing in these emotions. You're observing them, absorbing what needs to come with you, and then transmuting and letting go of what doesn't need to be with you, moving forward. You know, and there's the big moon behind her. The moon is also controlling the water on the planet, which is controlling the emotions. We are 70% or 70 or even more. I'm not sure, 75% water. Our bodies, in and of themselves. So it's very profound that the moon cycles would have an effect on our emotions, you know. And so that's and this is also breaks down in number 10. I think that's 3 10s in your reading. You know, that's transforming into a new beginning. It's transitioning rather. So very powerful so far here. Let's see what else we have here. The flow. All right. And you have several sevens coming out as well. So this right here, another 52. So 52 is very profound. That was actually my football number in high school. So I'm resonating with you here. But right here is a standstill. The standstill, that you got flow, and then you got reflect. You know, you flow with things and then you sit with them. Flow with it and then you sit with it. You know, and as you're sitting with it, you're meditating on what it is that you want to respond rather than react. That is the key here. The key is to be very methodical in the way that you control your emotions. And when you're in your standstill, which I opened up with this reading about being frustrated and not being on top of my game and putting all these videos out and all these content. Well, I don't want to just put out content. I want to put out something that's going to teach you and something that comes from a place of divine control, you know, in a way that it's going to lift you up and not tear you down. And the next card right here is the Holy Mountain. Another 7, believe it or not. So right here we have the number 25. If that has any meaning to you, but the Holy Mountain. And you can see right there is the sun. You can see right here, this is a place of reflection, a place of being close with nature, hiking, whatever places of nature that you can resort to, or that you can resort I mean, there's a different word that I'm trying to get here, but anyways, that you would go to a retreat. There it is. So you would retreat from all of the chaos of controlling your emotions so that you can take a break, so that you can give yourself a break, you know. And so the Fool, this came underneath the Fool card. So what it is it's controlling the emotions is the big leap of faith, is to be able to control your emotions and do so successfully. And then underneath the Wheel of Fates, they're turning for you. In the times that you were in meditation and you were taking a break, the wheel was turning for you and you had no idea. You had thought that everything was just kind of falling apart and still just being a wreckage following you, like this dark cloud following you. But underneath the Holy Mountain is the sun, is that place of retreat, that 7. You're being spiritually guided to this place under the sun here. Just very beautiful energy. You know, the castle can be viewed as the mountain here, you know. You're building your castle in heaven, so to speak. You're building up your treasures in heaven, which is your abundance down here. It doesn't, I mean, it can translate into coin, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about your spiritual evolution. We're talking about a burning fire that burns deep within your soul, that brings out the best in you and the best in situations. And the outcome is the sun. It's awakening, it's happiness, and it's spreading like wildfire to all those who take on this path with you, who are of your tribe, who want to see the same thing in the world that you do, that see things the same way that you do. And so let's see what we're at in time. So we're at 16, so we're at 32 minutes here. 32 might have something that means something to you, but 16:48 is on this. I got 2 recordings going now because we were rudely interrupted. So you might see that about 16 minutes into the reading. But right here, let's go right here into a little bit of the tarot. Your reading might run a little long here, but this is so worth it. This is beautiful. All right. We have the Hermit right here. And that's underneath your Death and Hermit, you know, in the recent past. But it says right here, Word of God creating all. There's a hourglass in his hand. He's also got an easel for art. But it says alchemy and transformation. Rules natural events. Helps with spiritual progress. Yes. Flow, reflect, flow is what I'm hearing from that. Let's just get 2 more cards with this deck right here with the angels, the archangels here, archangels and ancestor spirit guides. Let's see what we have here. 2 more cards for Sagittarius here. What do we have for Sagittarius? Our fellow fire sign here. The fire burning deep within. Spirit, what other archangel? Yes. the Nine of Wands, which is the Wounded Warrior in a standard deck, but it says God, the impenetrable secret. It says universal medicine, elevation of the soul, and the revelation of mysteries. You have tapped into the mysteries of heaven, and you are definitely, I mean, she's got two wreaths in her hand. The circle of life is what I'm getting of that. So you understand the circle of life, and you're being elevated at this time. Elevation is taking place. You're being elevated by your God within. You're seeing things from a different standpoint, from a higher point of view here. One more. So we got the Hermit, the Nine of Wands. All right, Wounded Warrior. You might feel like, oh my gosh, nothing is going for me, and you might feel like you have no movement, you know, and it's like, what the hell am I doing this for, you know? But it's changing, it's shifting. And also we have another 7 on the Hermit. See that 7 up there? It's a 70, but it reduces down in numerology as a 7. And we also have a 6. So life paths right there. 9 as well. That's another 9. So this is the last card we have. The Lovers. The Lovers. And it says, joy of God. It says, joy and pleasure brings happiness to couples, removes negative energy. That is what's happening because of your ability to transmute the energy and to, this is the biggest card of your reading right here, to respond rather than react. That's a huge, huge secret right there that you're being given. You're welcome. But let's do one last card here in another deck, and I'll clean up your reading and we'll go on to the next. But let's see what we have here for you. Wow. So I didn't even, I mean, it knows what I'm doing. I do this at the end of every reading, and the stone that pops out is a stone that will help you at this time to kind of maybe hold it in your pocket, buy jewelry that has it, anything of that nature. But look how beautiful that is. Isn't that freaking awesome? This is called Rainbow Obsidian. Obsidian, they make arrows out of obsidian, so I like it. You're a Sagittarius. Here we go. Hope, depth, and evolution. It says, within the darkness, there is always light. When Rainbow Obsidian's dark exterior is exposed in light, colorful bands highlight the stone's beauty. Rainbow Obsidian is a gentle stone, showing you unhealed matters of the heart and bringing hidden wounds to the surface for ultimate healing. Rainbow Obsidian takes you on a journey of evolution, of opening your heart and discovering your true purpose in this life. Able to assist in cutting cords, Rainbow Obsidian floods you with light and love, forgiving yourself and others in the process. If that didn't sum up your reading, I don't know what else does. So I love these cards. They always just nail it right on the head. But it says right here, it's in the governing zodiac of Libra, which is of justice. And the governing planet is of Saturn. So it's like Saturn return. You're getting your return for all the good deeds that you put out into the world. Your positive light and your energy is profound. I pulled only from the tarot the majors. And this is what's long-term in your energy. This is something that's propelling you forward. And you got Lovers on the right here. You have the Lovers here. This is propelling you into the true definition of love, right? It says, I thought I knew what love was until I found myself learning more on that topic from you each day. The number 11. And the number on this one doesn't really necessarily have one, but it's a 6. It's harmony. So, yes. You have Archangel Haniel helping you at this time. So very profound. And I would dare say Archangel Michael as well as Gabriel helping you as well. So I really enjoyed your reading. It was a treat for me to be able to do so. And thanks for not teasing my leprechaun beard. But I will see you again soon. Thank you so much. 22 on the clock. Thank you.